After the Second World War, China, feeling unsatisfied with their position on the global scene, planned to rapidly industrialize like their communist neighbors to the north. They called the movement the Great Leap Forward. However, Chairman Mao put in place a rushed campaign to eliminate illiteracy and disease. Without proper research, Chairman Mao unknowingly sparked a chain reaction that would lead to the deaths of millions. The name of this initiative was the Foreign Pest Campaign.
Let's focus on the social impact. So here you should see a comparison between this great famine here, which peaked at 28 deaths per 1,000 people, and you compare it to the most modern equivalent, which peaks at 2.8 per 10,000 people. Not even comparable. This famine resulted in the most deaths ever. This was the worst famine you could possibly live through. So how did they live through it? If you were an adult, you would resort to every means of survival, from eating soil and poisons, boiling rocks, eating tree bark, stealing, killing, and even resorting to cannibalism. Now, if you were a child, you were used a bit differently. They were given non-material rewards for those who handed in the largest number of tails of dead sparrows. So the government sort of incentivized these kids to almost make it a sport to eliminate these pests. Then you had the elderly. They were viewed as less important by the government and were deliberately kept away from official canteens where food is being served. On top of all this, the rate of schizophrenia amongst individuals conceived during the famine doubled. And a few quotes just to sort of further put you in the headspace of Mao Zedong. Political power grows out of the barrel of a gun, was something he once said. And kill a chicken to scare the monkey, which means those who break your rules, if you kill them, it will de-incentivize others of doing so.
The Eurasian tree sparrow was the principal victim of the Four Pests campaign, under the pretenses that they ate copious amounts of grain, impeding the nation's modernization. The lack of scientific research regarding the actual diet of sparrows, which consists of fruit, seed, insects, and grain, despite of what the CCP informed the populace, was instrumental in their eradication. The exact figure of the sparrows killed during the campaign are unknown, yet estimations sit in the millions. Birds were strung up on ropes, paraded through the streets, and burned in massive bundles.
Mao Zedong, a name etched in history, not just for his leadership, but for the profound impact of his actions on millions. Consider the Great Leap Forward, Mao's ambitious yet fatally flawed campaign. It promised progress, but delivered a humanitarian catastrophe. Imagine farmers forced to melt their tools for steel, fields left barren, with nothing to eat but rocks and mud. Mao's policies led to one of the worst famines in history, claiming millions of lives. I'm here to ask and answer, why should this matter to us? Because it's a tale of how absolute power, unchecked ambition, and disregard for human life can lead to unimaginable suffering. These were real people with hopes and dreams reduced to mere numbers and tragedies told. Today, as we look at a thriving China, it's crucial to remember these lessons of history, to understand the cost of political need for strength that overpowers human compassion. Mao's legacy is a reminder to always question, to emphasize, and to learn from the past, ensuring such suffering never reoccurs.